then water is really important. So I'm going to tell you a bunch of reasons why, and then I'm going to give you some facts, and then I'm going to give you some things I know. So I did a brain dump on some papers, okay? So number one, right, energy and fatigue. So you're going to notice that if you're not drinking enough water, you're going to be more tired, and it doesn't matter how much caffeine or how many Edge or whatever you're taking to help you. If you're not getting enough water, you're going to be tired. And water isn't just in liquid form. You get water from eating vegetables and fruits, but you want to definitely know that. So energy and fatigue, if you're tired, look at your water. Weight loss, if you're a person that's really trying to get back to a healthy weight, whether or not you're a mama or you're just life kind of went awry, and a good healthy weight, either too low or too high, weight loss or weight gain, it's actually water is a component of that too. So weight loss is really important. It flushes toxins. So you want to think about water is like the highway, or like goes through your body like a highway. And so I always think of it like that really super important car. And if it's not going through your highway of your body and touching all your cells, it's not removing toxins, and your body becomes like a road with, around the edges of your road. It just becomes mucky and kind of, trash is hanging out, and water is like the dude that comes along with the brushes and it cleans every cell up. And so it flushes toxins, and that's toxins from thoughts, it's toxins from poor diet, it's toxins from, food, inadvertently getting things in your body. And so that's important. So skin, if you actually want to look more youthful and you want to hydrate, and so beauty comes from within, and water plays a really big part in that because it hydrates from the inside out. And I know that as we come into winter and the heater is on, and obviously not in my house, but those things matter. And so my good friend Megan in Southern Oregon, she's always telling me, watch your water because you'll start to wrinkle faster if your water is not up. So skin is super important. It also is because, I have a teen daughter. If she's not drinking enough water, then as she sweats, she really doesn't have good flow of a good amount of water coming out of her body. And so that's important. Regularity. People that are constipated, if you don't have enough water going into your body, then your colon, as it pulls water out, it doesn't have anything to pull. And so you have to keep water high for that too. And then immune system. So we're coming into that time of year. So I was writing this down and I was thinking about this. You were coming in that time of year where, if you don't have enough flow through your body, like I just said, 2 minutes ago, you don't have enough, your immune system isn't getting what it needs. And that's not just toxicities being removed, but it's also the minerals that you get from water, and it's also just keeping that system flowing. And so that's super important. It's a natural headache deterrent. So I used to be a person that got horrible headaches, and I can't call those migraines, but they were headaches, and most of those were related to low water. I thought I was getting enough water, but I really wasn't. So hey, Amy. Hi, Kyle. All right, so natural headache, prevention of cramps, muscle cramps, leg cramps. When we were in Maui recently, one of the gentlemen that we had hired to do a private dive lesson, we were talking about cramps, and we so often think about, if I just, drank more, minerals, right? Everybody thinks they should drink more of these minerals, maybe eat more minerals from food. But if you're not getting enough water, how is the body going to use what you're eating and drinking? Okay. And so water is uber important too for cramping. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you is that, did you realize that as you dehydrate through your body, that you actually will drop about 3% in your baseline metabolism, which then also translates to about a pound of extra weight a year, because your body can't flush what you're bringing in. And so you want to keep your system. So I said this earlier, but you want to think about water like the little guy that's cleaning the side sweeper street guy. And water comes through your body, and it helps to keep every system is electrical related to water, and all your trash removal systems, it's all related. And water is so important. So I have my good friends out in Australia who are all just kind of waking up about now, but they were asking me about water, and a couple ladies had said, my weight is kind of stuck, and they're using all wonderful Plexus supplements. I said, where's your water? And people always say, oh, water, I'm fine. Are you really tracking it? And the one woman, my friend, she said, I don't like the taste. Y'all, come on. Add some lemon, get a natural drop, get a stevia, do something that will put flavor in there that you'll like. Make it cold, make it warm, do something that keeps it in there during the day, because you're gonna age faster, you're gonna be in more pain, you're not gonna be where you need to be health-wise. And sure enough, she said, I'll get an app. So she got an app and she started tracking her water and she feels amazing. Her fatigue went down and the products can then do what they're designed to do because of the water, because your product is reducing inflammation and it's helping pull out toxins, and that's helping also with natural weight balance. If you don't have enough water, how is it supposed to do its job? So water, water, water. Change the flavor if you don't like it and knock that off. That's ridiculous. Now, I've used apps, water apps to vibrate and remind me because I get all sidetracked. I've used rubber bands, okay? And just recently, because my team is rock awesome, we found these super cool, one of the other Jules told me about this bottle, and it's called a Hydrate Spark, and it connects to a phone and it lights up every time you need water. So it's super cool. And so you could do something like that. But if you don't love the flavor, try doing something else. You could even put apple cider vinegar in there, okay? So super important. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is caffeine, super quick. So there's this idea that, caffeine will dehydrate you. Well, it's a diuretic, so it doesn't necessarily dehydrate you. However, if you're a coffee drinker or you're, getting caffeine in your body, even vegetables have caffeine in it. Some herbs have caffeine naturally. So if you think that that's, that you're getting too much caffeine, it's actually a diuretic. So you're having to go, the bathroom more often, which that urine should be pretty light yellow to clear. Otherwise, you're not getting enough. And if you're taking medications, you definitely need to be getting enough water in you. But get your water up because caffeine goes backwards against what you're trying to accomplish. Hey, Faith. So definitely add fruit, add ice. Those are great tips, Faith. But honestly, just make a decision that you start telling yourself, I'm a great water drinker. And if you need to use an app or get a special, $50 water bottle, or you put some rubber bands on there, whatever you got to do. If you have a job, I used to teach that my teachers, when a class goes out, drink a couple, swigs, and then when a class comes back in, and then that way you can have a rhythm and a flow. You can add other flavors to it, but your body is made of 65-ish, 70% water. So if your beautiful pond of a body does not have a flow of a nice stream coming in, then it's gonna just get, okay? And then no matter what products you use, they're trying to help you and you're not doing enough for them. And so that's something to keep in mind. I have a company that I really love, their mineral product, and it's called Ultima. It's a powder. You can get it through Amazon, and I really like them. And of course, my children take our children's chewable, our kids' chewable, and I take X Factor Plus, so I'm getting great minerals. But when it comes to water, one last thing. We don't do fluorinated water in our house. Don't open that can of worms with me because I could go on a tangent, but we don't do fluorinated water. We have an RO system. You can actually get pitcher top water filters, so it'll actually pull out chlorination, fluorination, all kinds of nasty stuff. Because the RO water is basically dead water, I have to make sure we get enough vegetables to get the minerals because it takes everything out of it. So we do that, okay? So just wanted to give you a couple of quick things. Last thing, if you're feeling like you're not where you want to be health-wise, your liver probably is kind of congested, and your liver needs water. And so it can't do its job to keep you from having problems with yeast overgrowth and die-off problems. And so water, 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 water. Figure out a way to get it in you. Those are lots of reasons why, but kudos to my Australian friends who are on a mission to keep that water up despite not liking it, not liking flavor, all those things, and all of that. So I wanted to make sure I got everything. That's it, you guys. So I hope that helps. I know it's like, oh, we all know, right? And you want to tell your kids, but if you want to move better, have better movements, look more youthful, let your supplements do their job, and get deeper sleep, and be, all those things. Did I mention the youthful part? Water. So people say half your body weight in ounces. I say yes, that, and become intuitive. And did you know that hunger response is the same as the thirst response? And so you might feel like you're hungry, but really you're thirsty. And as you age, I'm gonna say it, you lose it. You lose that thirst response. It diminishes. So it's super important to remember that as you get older, maybe you have older parents, grandparents, they don't remember that they're thirsty. They don't feel it anymore. So lots of little bits of information, a little long, but happy Tuesday.